Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Yes, Donald Trump, somebody has to. Welcome in. Well, I think I'll probably just in the first few seconds use the, I don't know what you call it, bad words of the two. But anyway, welcome in, everybody. I am back at Echo Base. Wow, this is, hold on a second, is today? It is Thursday. Oh, wow. I had to double check that one. Isn't that sad? Isn't that, I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. Anyway, welcome in. I've had some time to clear my head and get back into the whole, I almost said Scooby. I've got these Scooby snacks. They're like cinnamon flavored graham cracker cookies that look like dog bones. So if anybody sees you eat them, they think you're eating a dog snack. And anyway, I'm not eating dog snacks, but this in front of me. Melissa Jane, how you doing? TR Greater X1, how are you doing, man? Texas Jen, how are you? Memento Mori. You know what? It's so much easier. Memento Mori. I just realized how, because was that the Call of Duty stream we were in? And I'm on my phone. I'm like, it doesn't highlight your name. So I'm typing your name out. I was like, man, it's so much easier to just say, hey, Memento Mori, and talk to you this way than it is to try to talk to everything else. Clumsy Clairvoyance is in here. Ho, ho, ho. It's LOL. I love it. Clumsy, I hope you're feeling well. What was it? Was it last night? I missed you. I woke up right when your stream was off and I turned it back on and then I slept through the whole thing, which is a fabulous thing. I have to thank you for. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming in. My day started off with listening to talk radio, which is a good thing. It gave me an idea of what everybody else in the world is doing. So anyway, that's when I found out. I was like, you know what? I'm actually be able to talk about the news, make fun of some stuff, because some of the stuff is hysterical. But today's a big day for the, what's the name? Griner family? The WNBA player got released for Britney Griner. 5 months after Britney Griner told President Joe Biden she was terrified she would spend the rest of her life behind bars in Russia, the WNBA star headed back to the United States. Now, for those of you that don't know, she had, I don't know, like CBD oil or something like that. I'm going to start charging for ASMR. I think you should. That's a good idea. She took over, everybody likes to talk about like, oh, like, it was like as soon as was Colorado the first state to like legalize marijuana. And then immediately, man, you start hearing stuff like, oh no, it's legal. But this is in Tennessee out here stuff. Like, it's like, oh, it's legal. I bought it in Colorado. It's like, no, that's not how laws work. I assure you that could you imagine as a defense for drunk driving? No, it's okay. I got drunk in Kentucky. I didn't get drunk in Tennessee. I'm just driving drunk in Tennessee. No, that's not how that works. Hey, Rabbit, how are you doing? So anyway, that's not how it works. This is what people don't realize is that the United States is part of a international treaty that has banned the substance, known as marijuana. So it is a federal crime. And not all states have it legalized, and especially Russia, where also I think being a lesbian is against the law. So she's already got one thing going against her. She goes over there with CBD oil. That's like the magic lingo for it. No, it just makes me high, but I don't smoke it. Whatever it does, right? Like whatever Russia decides it did, and they said you can't have this, and they're adamant about this. Now, the same problem would have happened. It'd have been a felony if she crossed state lines in a lot of places with this stuff. Been a felony if she tried to get on an airplane with it. She tried to come back in the United States with it. Big time felony. But anyway, the question was brought up was, did she get swapped? Oh yeah, this was what I was getting ready to say. She was swapped for the Merchant of Death, and I've got an article about this guy too because it's like when you hear this, like who is this dude, right? It's Viktor, a Bud or something like that. Anyway, the question that they were talking about this morning was it just a checkbox thing? And you hate to think that any type of prisoner swap thing would be done for political reasons, because that's our whole thing, right? See, where'd he go? I should have a soundbite for this one.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
So evidently, this guy we did, and we've got two other Americans. One that's probably he's in jail for similar stuff as Brittany, I believe. But he's like a school teacher, so that was another question that's brought up: is why is a basketball player who potentially doesn't give anything to society more important than a school teacher who does? I was like, wow, that's something that dropped in the chat. The other one was Miami Spice, how are you doing? And then the other one was, of course, there's a Marine over there, and I'm not sure why the Marine's being held. Of course, his parents came out very nice, said, we're glad she's back, but we still want our son back. He's a United States Marine, and he's being held in Russia. And I think the big thing with him, I've been, was like, he went to a wedding over there, and they may think like, oh, he's a spy, is what they're holding him on. Who knows? All I know is that it seems like whenever the U.S. Tries to do anything with Russia, we end up on the wrong side of what looks like a victory. So, I mean, you have to think to yourself, why would Russia even be talking to the United States about releasing anybody? Because if we're sending money to their enemies, right? And then it's like, oh, this guy that we're trading for this girl. He has promised to never go back into arms trades because he's reformed now, and that's part of the agreement. So it's okay. He's promised he won't sell weapons and everything else. Stand by. Right? So I mean, it's like we're supplying Russia's enemy currently. We released their top, whatever, his big buddy of Pooty Poots, arms guy, and we're just supposed to be sitting around here going, okay, everything's cool. And meanwhile, everybody's celebrating that this chick, who I've never heard of before, I cannot tell you what basketball team she plays on. I heard today that WNBA is the lowest rated sports on television. Now, I don't know because I don't look at sports ratings. But yeah, that's what, I don't know. The intellectuals started picking this apart. They started laughing at it. So, but yeah, that happened. And then, oh, hang on a second here. There's that one. I had the wrong deal. So this is what I was going to say, and Clumsy beat me to it, is Viktor Bout. This is the guy that was traded for. Now, the dude's got a killer mustache. I mean, look how wide that thing is. I mean, that dude, that is a mustache. That's a manly mustache. That's the brawny man of mustaches. Anyway, he's already been released from the penitentiary. They already called the Bureau of Prisons, and they said they have nobody with that name in their prisons. I actually did do a little research. I did read a little bit. I got to that part. And then when I said he learned English from ABBA, I thought to myself, this may not be real. But, sorry if you didn't hear me. I didn't realize I just grabbed a slice of deli meat and mukbanged on the internet because I am a slob. Today's the first time I realized I've eaten in like a week. I've had 2 donuts a day. And today I've already had I have I'm just devouring everything. Feels good to be home, y'all. Feels good to be home. Feels good to be roll around in your own dirt. That's what my lab likes to say. Anyway, so Viktor Bout, this is the one that got me, because when I heard it this morning, I was like, man, I wonder if that's that Nick Nolte movie. Viktor Bout inspires role in Lord of War. That was the subject of the 2014 documentary, The Notorious Mr. Bout, which chronicled his career as an arms smuggler, aviation businessman, and amateur filmmaker. Aren't we all? The film premiered at the prestigious Sundance Film Festival. Bout also inspired a role in the 2005 film Lord of War. Nicolas Cage plays international gun dealer Yuri Orlov, whose character is loosely based on Bout. The film drew a gloomy thumbs up from Amnesty International. What's a gloomy thumbs up? The sad truth is that the film is largely based on facts, said Brian Wood, then a researcher for Amnesty International. Gun runners really are able to fly and ship weapons into conflict zones where civilians are slaughtered. They can arm some of the world's worst human rights abusers. Yet the lack of legally binding controls means that, like Nicolas Cage's characters, they can laugh in the face of the law. Well, there you go. That guy, he's back out. So, but you know what? Hey, Wolfkinder, how you doing? Whoever, Brittany, oh, hang on, there's Melanie. You know what? I was flipping through the thing real quick and I caught your avatar. So anyway, I didn't improve my mustache. I'm going to model on his, I guess. You got to admit, man, that's a killer mustache that dude's got, right? Look at this, man. That's like, that's how a mustache, that sucker could, you can have a conversation with it. I just imagine the dude's got to have no lips. That's the thing. That thing covers up everything. Anyway, yes, thank you, Miami Spice. Hit the like button. By the way, guys, I forgot, on the Locals channel, I'm going to be putting up I got to go get the ingredients tonight. I'm going to be making sugar cookies, and it'll be on the subscriber only side of Locals, the recipe and everything. But Willie Jilly, trading arms dealer, once known as the most dangerous man in the world for a basketball player, is beyond stupidity. Oh yeah, well, that's the question that they were saying this morning when I was listening to it. I was like, they said you have to ask the question: do they check all the boxes? And that's sad. I don't want to live in a world ran by political correctness. I want to live in a world ran by good conquering over evil. That's just it. Political correctness does not create that world. Political correctness punches everybody down. If you just have simple morality and simple common thoughts, like, I don't care what this chick, I don't know this chick, I don't care about what she's doing, nothing about her affects me. Standing up for a WNBA player in Siberia does not make me vote for you. It makes me look at, wow, you know what? This is a cluster screw job. And if I'm one of those people, if I'm somebody who sits there and goes, oh, thank goodness, poor Britney. That's all I've been so worried about her. And I'm just so happy now that she's back and free and she can have, I don't know, whatever she eats at Christmas. If she eats Christmas, I don't know. Saltine crackers, whatever. I'm so happy she can have it. And you know what? That guy, yeah, he was a bad arms dealer, but he said he won't do it anymore. Dude, get a life, man. That is not how you win the game. Okay? And if you're sitting there thinking that way, you need to grow up. All right? There are bad people in the world. Look, I'll tell you what. I have made it my entire life without ever being arrested. That's pretty. If I can do it, I think you can do it. It's not that hard. All right, and don't sit there. The worst thing, and this is the thing, we see this on YouTube all the time, is don't sit there and think like you're being a victim of something because there's rules in place. I'm sorry, it's their sandbox. It is society's sandbox, and when you're going to go to Russia and play in their sandbox, you got to play by their rules. With all due respect, actually, not really. If you are stupid enough to bring drugs into a foreign country with strict laws, don't complain if you if you get locked up and the standards in prison suck. I hate to say you're. I just know that I hate to say. Melanie, she elegantly wrote the words that I butcher through speech. Yes, that's true. That is absolutely true. Um, yeah, right. They should have at least gotten all of them back. That and you know what? That would look good for Russia. You think if it was done right, it would look good for Russia. Instead, you're gonna have Biden turn around and talk about how Russia is, and then you expect him to come out here and do something great. I mean, it's just the whole thing is so confusing on an international political standard. It's unbelievable. It's you know, it's just I don't know, man. Let me tell you, guys. When I was in college, I was a political science major, and the thing that really was my jam, man, was international politics. I love that stuff, and so I think now they actually offer a degree in that. But for me, I had to get a concentration. So I mean, like all my courses and everything focus on that. And then when you leave college, you know this is something that becomes a hobby because you can't really you don't. I mean, how many jobs are there in Tennessee about international political economy and thoughts? And I mean, you know, it doesn't. But I'll never forget one of my the shining moment I'm proud of is that we had a French exchange student in there, and she was talking about something. Of course, you know, trying to bash the United States and make us all see how bad we are. And you know, I told her I was like, you know, I wait till she's done. I raise my hand, and I'm like, you know, that's not how it rolls. I was like, other countries, they don't have equality. They don't have all the things that people want to beat down on America about. You don't have that elsewhere. Saudi Arabia, women aren't allowed to drive. Well, they might be now, but you know, I mean, they're not allowed to drive. You're not allowed to talk freely. You're not allowed to sit in a classroom like this and express your ideas. And the fact of the matter is that uh, Teddy Roosevelt said it best, and it still holds true today: is speak softly and carry a big stick. And our big stick happens to be really big bombs. Anyway, what was great about it was the teacher. She turned to the exchange student. She said, "He's right." And I was like, "Whoa, wait a second! Somebody said that about me." Hey, Jalen, how you doing? Um, hey, you know what? You can speak different languages. That's more than I can do. I can speak the one that I stutter out, and then that's all I can do. But anyway, so this guy, the Lord of War here, he has a really cool mustache, and he just became part. He is the winner of the best prisoner change I've ever seen between countries. When you have not equal prisoner changes, it wasn't a one for one as far as how it'll affect the people. I mean, you know what it does? It shows that I don't feel appreciated as an American. I don't feel like my safety, my I mean, you guys that are on here, everybody. I don't feel like you're our leadership. I think it was a step back. I think they should have been taking this more serious. And this is a great opportunity to do something, but instead to let it fall. And my coon dog is mad. Let's look out front here. I don't have my. Where I don't even know where my. Oh, there's my screen. Okay. Sorry, it's the Christmas holidays, and she does not like the UPS people. Anyway, she's probably mad that they went across the street and not over here for her. Let's see, what's the next one here? Did it pop up? Oh, this is funny because you guys, you know, said I was like, now actually, I do want to talk about, and I'm not ready for it yet, but a lot of the Twitter stuff that's coming out, the Twitter files, those are getting deeper and deeper. And hey, Blue Pro Girl, how are you doing? Um, So, but I'm not, like I said, I haven't had a chance. I'm not ready for that. And I think it's hard for me to cover something when it continues to break, new stuff. But check this out. I laughed when I saw this. I didn't even read the article. I just laughed at the headline. Elon Musk jokes that the New York Times union strike is woke versus woke. I didn't even know New York Times was on strike. After baselessly calling the paper an unregistered lobbying firm for far left politicians. I didn't finish reading that headline either. That is funny. Elon, I mean, it's funny because what's going to happen is, think about this. A few weeks ago, all these people would be jumping on Twitter denouncing Elon Musk, how bad he is, and how he's, the second coming of the German guy. 1930s German guy. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Well, they did in World War II as well. Um, I could go to a history thing, and that's when everybody gets bored. But if you ever watch the movie Patton, which is a long movie, uh, he had a good point. But leadership was against it. Anyway, where was I? Where was I? Elon Musk. So yeah, this is hilarious because I mean they would all be on Twitter. They'd be going like crazy. New York Times staffers are staging a 24-hour walkout to protest over pay. Dude, y'all, I hate to say it. Print's dead. I mean, you guys are the ones that wanted it. Too, a large part. You wanted, people just, they've got a computer, they've got, a phone, a Kindle, they got all these things, and they don't have time to take a paper. I mean, how did newspapers survive during the pandemic? And wouldn't that be the greatest carrier of something into your house? A wet newspaper. Musk jabbed at the Times over the weekend for its lack of coverage of the so-called Twitter files. That's probably why they don't have subscribers. I mean, why would anybody? Was it Michael Jordan that said it? Republicans buy sneakers too. I'm not political. Why would you do that? Why would you take one side hardcore unless that's what you want your entire existence to be? But when you're New York Times, you can get that anywhere in the country. You could get, it was the first nationwide newspaper before USA Today, right? They may not have reported about stuff nationwide, but you can pick it up nationwide. And in the Wall Street Journal, same way. Why would you alienate people that could be there supporting you? And it's not about alienation. I mean, look, it's like I don't know. I mean, I see it here. Okay, when I talk about certain topics, people don't want to listen to it. I talk about other topics, people want to listen to, and so I'm always checking the chat and seeing what's going on. Let's see here. Oh, Melissa Jane does have to. She's got a job she has to do. She was talking about earlier. She does not want to. By the way, guys, check out Melissa Jane's Advent calendar on YouTube. She's see her name right there. See how it is on the screen. Just put an @ in front of that on YouTube. Find her Advent calendar, or she can put her link in the chat. Oh wow, two papers here locally have fired their carriers for home delivery. Wow. Hold on, what? Oh, Kathy. I didn't see Kathy. I thought you said someone looks like she has eyebrows. Why do you want to look like that? I don't know. She had a lot of work done and stuff. Kathy Griffin was in the movie Pulp Fiction. And if that ever comes on, it's the scene where his name is Butch in it. Bruce Willis. His name is Butch. Butch runs over Marcellus Wallace with his car, and then the screen goes black or whatever, and then it comes back on, and it's like from the angle of Marcellus Wallace. He's laying there, and he's looking up, and there's like people talking over him. She was an extra in that movie, and she's talking. If you look at her in that, she looks like a normal human being. But it's like as soon as she tried to get more and more I mean, she really has fought for fame, and she kind of butchered herself, I think, a little bit. Um, oh, where's Blue Pearl Girl going? I see. Oh yeah. Oh, good luck. Absolutely good luck. Yeah, Blue Pearl Girl. Definitely want to see. Let us know how that if you get that. Okay. Um, Clumsy saying you're allowed to quit, Melissa. Um, yeah, you probably won't recognize. Yeah, it's that. It's a very specific scene. That's why I was like, if you see her there, it's a young, uh, Kathy Griffin, and you can tell she hasn't. You know how it's like. I don't know, like Bruce Willis is one of those people. I mean, before I don't know what happens now with Bruce Willis's medical condition, but he's one of those people that didn't age, right? Um, Tom Selleck is kind of that way. Well, Kathy Griffin looks like that, but it's like she has a clay mask over her face now. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Um, oh yeah, what was I reading here? Oh yeah, Elon Musk. I mean, this guy. This is what's funny is like this picture of him is like he's. They try to get a bad picture of him, but yet, like to me, it looks like he's halfway getting ready to start laughing because he knows he already has the answer that they're trying to get him around on. Let's see here. Musk took a shot at the New York Times union strike against management today, calling it a case of woke versus woke on Twitter. The tweet posted in early hours of Thursday morning. God, maybe the early hours of the morning. They're already doing articles on this. Posted early morning. Negotiations for the company and the union, which represents most of the newsroom, have failed to come to an agreement on salaries, health, and retirement benefits, and other issues. Over 1,100 New York Times staffers have walked off their job for 24 hours on Thursday, in the first major protest at the paper since the 1970s. Union members pledged to stop working at midnight on Thursday the 8th if an agreement over a new union contract was not reached. Here's the thing, they don't have the money to pay you. New York Times Guild, part of the News Guild of New York, have been negotiating an 8% raise each year for the next 4 years for its members, while the Times proposed much lower raises in response. Management continues to refuse the $65,000 salary floor proposed by the Times. I bet you I could do a New York Times article from home. If they want to pay me 65 grand, I'll pop out something. How many articles do you have to do like if you did opinion pieces? How many do you have to do a week? Like one on Sunday? Clay Travis. Oh my gosh, I love this. Tennessee and Clay Travis. You guys know Clay Travis. He now has the him and what's the guy's name? Buck Strickland. He took over the Rush Limbaugh time spot. Clay Travis is a Democrat, y'all. I mean, man, I was listening to him when Trump first got into office, and he was like, "Oh, I voted for Hillary and all this stuff." He's like, but he's kind of like he came around like kind of agreeing. What he did was he knows that the tax cuts were working great for his family. And then he started seeing like, well, he's like, why is this wrong? That's all he did. He started asking people, why is this thing wrong, or why is that thing wrong? And he started getting attacked. And it's like, I don't know if he became more supportive of Trump because he got attacked more, but let's face it, guys, we all know his numbers grew, right? So now he took over the spot. And I'm sitting here going, Clay did not grow up a conservative. I don't know if that's the best person to have in that spot, but still, I love Clay. I think he's great. He could hang out with me. I would like. But anyway, conservative commentator Clay Travis said on December 3rd that the New York Times had not written one single article about Musk's Twitter files report. Musk responded, that's because the New York Times has become, for all intents and purposes, an unregistered lobbying firm for the far-left politicians. Now that puts it into context, because the Twitter files, guys, that's a big deal. Don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on, that's a big deal. All right. it's yeah. Um, Kathy Griffin looks like she had a wax doll made for her, but she looks like the wax doll. Totally creepy. Yeah, but the wax doll is like supposed to be in like a 68-degree room, and like the heat's up a little bit too much in this. Oh yeah, wait a second. I don't know why I saw Miami Spice put Christmas trees up, and that reminded me. So I'm planning on doing the sugar cookie recipe. I've talked about this forever. And guys, I mean, you have to forgive me. Since August, I've been kind of in a hospital. Um, anyway, uh, hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to make them. And you guys, I'll put a video up. I'll put the recipe up. Put it all up on locals. All right. And the members only thing. Now, here's the thing: members only on locals. You get a free month of members only. The password is in all caps Christmas. All right. So just type in Christmas when you like special offers and stuff, and you get a free month of the membership. Now, I was hoping when I launched that it was going to be a big deal. I was really, that was at the time, I thought now I can really focus on my locals more. YouTube is rolling along. And of course, then I spent, I don't know, man. I've just had it bad. What is a sugar cookie? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're awesome. They're just sugar cookies. I don't know how else to describe a sugar cookie. It's the basis of everything that's great in life. And then you put icing on them. Is it frosting or icing? I think one of them's a northern expression and one of them's a southern expression. I never can remember. Demi, what's up? How are you doing? Temp is at 102 or 103 days. Start another med today. Try to get a handle of it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Deb. Man, I'm sorry about that. Well, we'll go back to talk about sugar cookies. Man, prayers for you, DB. Yeah, sugar cookies are yummy. And then I do a cream cheese, traditional cream cheese frosting icing. Let's see here. My grandmother called them Santa cookies. Yeah, because if you want Santa to leave presents, you got to have sugar cookies. And it's a really simple sugar cookie recipe. But once you have it, once you start making it, it's weird because I think even like my recipe, I can't remember, I changed something. And that'll be fun, right? I can't remember. And now I'll tell you there's one key thing to this. You have to use real vanilla. Just don't skimp on it. And when I say real vanilla, go to Aldi's and get their vanilla. It is the best deal going for real vanilla. And because I put it in the cookies and I put it in the cream cheese icing, and it is awesome. I'm not baking this year, but I need to make a Southern connection to help me get pecans next year. I make pecan tassies. Look like tiny pecan pies. Yes. I've seen them. See, I'm not a pecan pie person. But what I see what you're talking about, I always see them called as pecan pie tarts. And I'm like, it's always turned me away from any of those like quote unquote pie tarts. Because I'm like, is it tart or is it just like the actual pie? I don't know. But yeah, it'll be a good way to start Christmas and get into seeing 6 hour. What's up? Yeah, sugar cookies are great. Have you ever had? No, I guarantee you, Melanie's never had a snickerdoodle. Oh, I miss Yamaha Biker. Is he in here? Someone said hi to him. Well, it was True Teller. How are you doing? My Thanksgiving was it was I don't know. Just been dealing with the hospital stuff with the mom. Jimmy YouTube, buddy, what is going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Uh, of course, you know what? That upsets me, man. That upsets me. So, like Jimmy YouTube, not seen in a while. Do you know? I mean, that's my fault. I mean, I could be like, "Hey, Jimmy, what's up?" But then I'm stuck in this uh I don't know, this thing I'm stuck in, and I'm trying to get out of it. So uh I don't want to talk about it though, because we're gonna talk about good things. But Jimmy, man, I'm so glad to see you again. Melanie, what I was gonna tell you when I saw 6 hours said that sugar cookies are the best cookies, I was gonna say, do you have or have you ever had the snickerdoodle? Because a snickerdoodle, oh yeah, that's a good one. I usually just leave mine white because I make a lot of sugar cookies. Um, Yamaha Biker, there you are. Um, where Debbie? How are you doing? Yeah, the sugar cookie though is a boy. I hate when I see like long time no see peeps. I'm like, God, no, it's always my fault. Uh, my long time. Oh, hang on, wait a second. I almost put you on timeout. I hit the wrong button. Actually, my long time no see interweb friend. Um, Daisy, how are you? I haven't been in chat because for some reason I can't get any notifications. Dude, I can't either. I mean, I don't even know if my own stuff's on. Yamaha, what's up, buddy? Rooster Cogburn. Um, let's see here. What was I saying about that? Oh yeah, snickerdoodles are a cinnamon sugar cookie. So you just take the sugar cookie recipe. What I do is I roll them right, and then I get the cinnamon. Like I don't even know how to make cinnamon sugar stuff. I just everybody does their own, right? You put like I don't know, couple spoonfuls of sugar, couple teaspoons of cinnamon, mix it up, and then like roll the cookie in it and put it in the oven, man. Oh, they're so good. Uh, there's a reason why why the holidays are expected to gain weight. Oh, by the way, hey, this is something new. So yeah, I said like I was like, man, like I'm eating food today. It's so weird for me. Because like the last time I was home, the day I left, I was taking a shower. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get on the scale. I hate the scale, but I was like, I got to. And I lost 12 pounds in the hospital this time, sitting there. I was like, man, that's not good because I'm not doing any exercise. So that just shows that I'm really not getting any nutrition either. And so y'all that have been telling me that I need to eat something, and I need to drink water and stuff like that, yeah, and I appreciate that, and I think about you guys all the time. You'd be surprised, but you guys have, um, yeah, probably helped me out more than anybody you can imagine. So anyway, let's get back on to some goofy stuff here. What did I do here? Um, I thought this was funny. I know this is not funny. It's how sad of a story. I read this thing because I was like, I, I'm actually familiar with these. I haven't been as part of one, but I know these things. You ever hear about like troubled teens, drugs, alcohol, stuff like that, and they try to go through like an outpatient type or inpatient, I don't know what it's called, uh, rehab program, and they have those like, hey Marie, how you doing? Um, oh dude, like I actually watched a YouTube probably 5 6 months ago about hardtack, and I wanted to try to do it just because the whole history of it and everything. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Man, you guys with the fudge recipes are gonna have to make some, and you're gonna have to show us how you do it. Anyway, so back on the kids, the troubled youth, all that stuff, right? So I saw this. It's a USA Today article, and I actually kind of read this, and it's long, man. It ought to be a New York Times article, but yeah, I'll just go over some of these highlights, man, because it goes wilderness therapy was supposed to help these troubled teens. It traumatized them instead. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, okay, this girl like saw her best friend get eaten by a grizzly bear, right? Something horrible. Uh, let's see here. Where did I start off with? The bathroom consisted of a tarp tied between two trees. When Kaylin used it, she made eye contact with a staff member. She squatted and they stared. A requirement of her wilderness therapy program, they told her. Yeah, it's probably, this is how it is in prison too, okay? And because they're making sure that you didn't bring in contraband in and you're trying to retrieve it. I hate to say this, guys. That's how it is in jail. Because of her eating disorder, a staff member with her, and yeah, she's there with an eating disorder. Other people are there with drugs. I mean, it doesn't matter. At times, almost the entire length of her stay in the Utah desert. Bucket lined with a biohazard bag acted as a receptacle for solid waste. As the weather got warmer, the smell got stronger. The flies were incessant. Yeah, you're supposed to bury that stuff. But anyway, with only one roll of toilet paper a week to be split among 10 people, Caitlin would resort to cleaning herself with sticks and leaves. Do we know what year toilet paper was invented? Because, like, leaves have been toilet paper for a long time. A very long time. And it just got me. I read that and I chuckled and I was like, this is horrible, man. This is horrible. I'm not in the right place if I'm laughing at this people. But then I was like, because I mean, like, that's not the worst thing in the world. Whatever. Okay, but then I read down the first activity, a grueling 3-mile hike. I'm on the floor. A grueling 3-mile hike. Dude, my big dumb fat ass has done more than 5 miles. No, I've not seen this. That's what Christmas tastes like to me. This is like Naked Afraid. That traumatizes me. Yeah, but those people, I found the easiest recipe. I can't believe. See, we're back to fudge. This is so much better. It's not about reading about the toilet here. Cacti makes horrible toilet paper, by the way. Yes, cacti wood makes horrible toilet paper. Yeah, I just talked about the basketball. That's what I started off with. Was a lot of stuff. No, it's not. That's just it, Miami. No, 10,000 steps is 5 miles. This is a 3 month thing. This article, as soon as I saw that, and I went on Reddit, and it was like, all these different people, and it is. It's the same thing. They're the wilderness things. They are just like doing a intensive patient rehab. It's just a different form of it. And you know what? Being out in nature might be really good. Of course, this article doesn't talk about any success stories. They just want to talk about how bad it was. And they said, and people have died during this. And I'm like, okay, let's see here. They named like 5 or 6 people, and it starts like in 1990. I'm like, holy cow, man! Like, this is a long time for you guys to be talking about this. To like say that people die. I mean, that'd be like saying, people die playing high school sports. And then going back, like, I bet you it's more than probably in this wilderness program, but still. What a baby walk. 3 miles. Yeah, that's the thing. They have no technology. They have to leave everything behind. They're given clothes. They're given like 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of underwear, a t-shirt, and pants and shoes. And it's like, yeah, that's what boot camp is like. A video on the blue whale thing. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to go over here. Jimmy, I'm gonna show it if you don't mind. Where's your video at? I'm gonna look at it. It's gonna tell people to go over to your thing. That's probably the best thing to do, because You know, Jimmy, it's Grim has ruined me. You realize that, right? I don't put anything up anymore. Uh, where are you, man? YouTube. Why can't I find you? Dude, man, they are shadow banning you from me. Dude, YouTube thinks you're Jimmy Kimmel. What is going on there, man? How come I don't have that? All right, let me go here. Do you put it, is it on your Discord? I can't find it, bro. I'll have to check it out later. I'll check it out later, man. I'll tweet it out. That way it'll be safe for everybody. Oh, wait, hold on. Look, my God, how'd you find this so quick, my Spice? Now I gotta go back and find my channel so I can click on that link. I can't click on it from here. Isn't that weird? You can't click from StreamYards? Let's see. Let's go over here.
Isn't that weird? You can't
I hear my voice. Okay, there you go. And oh, there you go. My Spice is on it, man. She's got the fastest thumbs in the tubes. Yeah. Like, where's the blue whale? I'll tell you what. I'm glad you linked to it, guys. Go to Jimmy YouTube's channel and go over there and subscribe. He is right there on the edge of getting 100 subs. It's the Rubber Tail Generation. We're using. All right, let's see the second topic. Let me pull this real quick. Wait a second here. All right, guys, hang on. I know I'm doing a lot of things here, but Jimmy's usually worth it. Usually worth it. Sorry, man. Let's see here. All right. Now I'm stuck. I can't talk anymore. All right, so check this out. Jimmy YouTube. Got an intro. That's cool, man. Look at this.
Let's get this.
Oh, wait. So you know what I just realized? Let me put my earphones in so we don't get reverb. I almost said rehab. Golly, guys. I am. You tell White Rabbit's up here. All right.
Cracking.
All right, there we
I
go.
guess. All right, a few things that have been concerning me. I just wanted to get off my chest. First things first. The United States has given Ukraine about $68 billion. You can round that up pretty safely to $70 billion. So I'm not good at math. Just to quantify that, I kind of looked up the numbers. Okay, so 1 million is 1,000 times 1,000. 1 billion is 1,000 times a million. And they got 68 of those. Probably more by now. And what they've been doing with it is buying arms. I got it over here on Reuters. It says here, Russia says Ukraine's weapons are going to the black market. Russia said on Thursday that the West's supplies of advanced weapons to Ukraine were finding their way onto the black market and then into the hands of extremists and criminals. In the video. Here's the archive link.
Oh, wow.
Because they deleted the video. These people post like after putting up this video.
I'm gonna mute that because I don't want things to catch that. So what are they doing here?
Is symbolism, and it points to an online culture of leading people to suicide. This blue whale article here, this whole article is basically going to point to this thing where it's like, okay, so people like this chick down here who led her boyfriend to suicide. She hooked up with this guy
Okay, I got mute you, man. You can't say those. I'm already demonetized enough. Blue whales are now mainstream. Yes, money's involved. Self-harm policy. Oh, dude. All right, man. I'm gonna come back and check this out, man. That's crazy. Yeah, lots of buttons, man. Guys, go check out Jimmy YouTube. Miami Spice put that link up. He's I'll tell you what, check out his stream just for his drawing videos. Holy cow, this guy's an artist. Just absolutely incredible. Let's see, what have I got? I had another one here, didn't I? 3 mile hike, that, and oh yeah, so this is one. Whenever I'm affected by something and it makes national news, like I think this is funny. Okay, so this is the last little bit here, and then we can talk about a little chit chat about some of our other stuff, our past news things that have been going on. What time is it? Oh, okay. So this is Dollywood cancels fireworks show for remainder of season. Now, guys, I didn't know. I haven't been to Dollywood in years. Okay, it is the greatest roller coaster park supposedly in America now. I didn't know that they did a fireworks show for every night or every. I think it said like Friday and Saturday nights. Here's what's great about this article. This is why I laughed when I saw this. Dollywood officials canceled the Merry and Bright fireworks show for the remainder of the 2022 season due to dry conditions, according to park officials. This was yesterday night this came out. Guys, it has rained so much this week. Like, you couldn't see fireworks because of the rain. I guarantee you. Like, I drove past Dollywood just the other day. And I was like, yeah, see like all this? See how it's like nice and clear and you see like fire going up. But see how the smoke is? Yeah, that's how it would be because of that's not Dollywood. But you get the idea. So there's smoke here, right? There is so much fog all over East Tennessee right now. It's unbelievable. And I was like, did this whole thing, I was like, it's not. The Smoky Mountains are so damp, wet right now. And I know how drought works. They look back on timeline and all that other stuff. But that's like drought for like, there's not enough water, right? But the ground, the land, everything is so saturated right now. It is just, it made me laugh, okay? I thought it was funny. And I realized now it's not that funny. It was just funny to me. So... Oh, that's not good. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, I thought that was funny, but I realized as I started talking that was not funny. So, I hate that for you guys. Let's see here. Oh, there's another thing. So, this, I told you, I started this off saying I was listening to talk radio, which I haven't had a chance to in a while. And it's funny, it's, just it was a Tennessee radio program deal, and the news chick came on, and she's talking about stuff, and she talked about the Idaho mass casualty event. Oh, that's another one I heard. Do you realize like how this is like? It's like this huge stabbing. And like it would qualify like all these things that they do, like it's a firearms related thing, it's a mass casualty event and all this stuff. Yeah, like this would be what they're talking about. So like when they try to national news media about like, oh look how bad this is, somebody used a firearm to do stuff. Yeah, well they use knives too, evidently. But it's another aggravating thing of the hypocrisy of media where they care about a narrative and not about the betterment of society as a whole. Wait a second here. Where's my phone? Oh man, do I have this turned off? Oh man, I might be in trouble. Hang on a second. Am I in trouble? Yep, I'm in trouble. My rabbit just got home. And I did not have the garage door open. That's okay. Wait till she sees me and sees I haven't had a shower today yet either because I've been sleeping all day. Wow, that hurts. But anyway, so yeah, they're talking about the Idaho thing. And they said that there was a suspect had been found or something like that. And I was like, or they had a suspect, and I was like, what? Anyway, the best I can understand is that, and this is more, I haven't checked the latest updates, right? But it was the fact that they had the white Hyundai that they're looking for, Elantra. That was the, Tennessee news, man. I mean, these are news people that read the news off the thing every day. And it got me. It was kind of a reflection of us. I was like, man, you can tell these are not YouTubers, right? Because when YouTubers mention something like this, it's like, oh, that's it. It's gone. We're going to be talking about this for all day now. Yes, it was very European. It's still, that's just it. Evil is evil. It doesn't matter the instrument. If it was done with a rolling pin, it would still be evil. But anyway, so it was like, I was like, man, like saying a white, they're looking for a white car is not a suspect. And it's so weird to hear that. And it's, and I take it back, it's like, it's the difference between living in a headphones world, like how we are right now, and living in like these are just normal people. And I was like, part of me, I was a little bit jealous of them. I was like, I love doing this stuff. I think this is the greatest thing in the world. And I'm very blessed to be able to do this. But, okay, I think I'm in trouble, guys. I got a brown dog that came running to me, and I've got a white rabbit that just stopped and gave me a look. And then she just cackled a little bit. Hi.
I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't know
Oh, that look interrupted.
I just
What?
looked.
What did he do?
He didn't do anything.
Oh, he can run in here.
Look at this.
What is that?
A bag. It has styrofoam.
Where'd you get styrofoam in the bag from, buddy? Go on, Mama.
It's a Labrador.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Welcome to our lives. Anyway, I've never seen a civilian with a gun, though. America is so different. It's our culture, man. It's our, we've always, we're a big country. We're just a really big country. No, nobody's had dinner yet. Sorry. You can tell. Let me tell you what you guys just witnessed. My wife, she's a fabulous person. She is the most fabulous person. If everybody, let me take it back. I get to see the parts of her that make me realize that there is goodwill in men. And if everybody had the pure heart and the chocolate chip, glasses, right? Just everything looks like fabulous, fun, and good. Positivity in life, like my wife does. We would live in peace and harmony. And every minute I get to spend with her is my own personal little bit of heaven, and I don't deserve it. And so I apologize, but she is cute for me to hear her come in here because she feels part of the family that is this show. So, anyway, Crystal, how are you doing? Thank you, Anne-Marie. She is something else for me. You're gonna love. See, I appreciate that. See, oh my gosh, Noah, you can have two ideas in your mind at the same time and they coexist. How sophisticated. That's why I love you, Melanie. It's awesome. And that's the hard thing. But look, we see that with stuff, going back to this Idaho thing. White Rabbit, she got onto Facebook and like some of the groups there, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't follow this stuff anymore." After like half an evening, she's just like looking through. She's like, people come in there, they drop an idea, and they beat it to death. Like, this is the absolute perfect thing. Oh, Mel, you'll be fine. Just go in there with that. Tell everybody to check out your advent calendar, and then you'll just diffuse the conversation. But anyway, it's a yeah. She's just like, I can't handle this YouTube world of not YouTube. I mean, it was Facebook, but it's like, not being able to have more than one conclusion. Everybody wants to jump on, and we saw it the other day with people are trying to say there's a suspect and stuff. And I'm like, I'm just so amazed by this case because to me, there will be instances in my life when I'm like, man, this scene right here would have been a great scene in a movie. I don't know why I think like that. It's a very weird way to explain to other people. But it's like, I have moments in my life, I mean, almost daily, where I'm like, this would be a movie scene. Like, you could write this for, whatever. The stuff that you start seeing with things like, well, I mean, like this whole Idaho thing, it is just, as a big generality, like I said from day one, it reminds me of a slasher film. And that's why I'm drawn to it. I think it just seems like something that, I mean, out of a movie, right? A really weird movie, and I don't think we'll ever have answers for it. But I don't have answers for Ted Bundy. I don't have answers for Ed Gein. I don't have answers for who's the guy, the Green River guy. Lizzie, what's her name? Borden. Don't have answers for it. But you know what? It's like, I don't like that stuff. I don't start watching it, but then I get sucked into it. I really feel like this is the first time there's been a mass event like this where it is completely criminal. And it looks like, I mean, it has a community completely on edge, terrified. And it's just, I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, the whole thing about, they found a suspect. It is a white Hyundai Elantra. I'm like, no, man, you guys that is so horrible. I'm like, I'm passing a white Hyundai Elantra right now. That's not the suspect. The suspect is somebody that you can make connections to the area at the time that doesn't have a reason, an alibi. Well, here's the thing. You gotta remember about alibis, guys. You don't have to have an alibi. Remember, at the end of the day, this is America. You're just there. Why were you outside this place? I was just walking by. Why were you walking here? I just needed to get out of my car. I saw a neighborhood and I walked in it. There are neighborhoods like that in towns I've been to where you find they'll have maybe even like a park or a parking area or something like that, or you pull over and it's like, man, this is a great walk. You're in these beautiful homes. It's just, I don't know. It's a cool thing. And I got that idea from a college professor who said that he and his wife, they love to visit different universities where they just park the car and they'd walk through campus, they'd walk around campus and see what campus life was like. And it's just a really cool way of doing things. I'll tell you one, here's one. Belmont University in Nashville. Where is Bill? It's like, it's right off of, I mean, it touches probably Vanderbilt University. Two totally different schools, not associated with each other, totally different student bodies, the type of people who go there, everything is different. Then, it's, get out like at Belmont though, and there's a what was that place? A Sprinkle Cupcake place used to be there. And I went there because I heard they had a cupcake vending machine. I thought that was the coolest thing I ever heard of. I did not use the cupcake vending machine when I realized that they actually had a store you could go inside. So, But it's like you walk out and you walk down and you realize all of a sudden like there's this big park, and and you see this like this park. There's like a stone wall, like a 2 or 3 foot stone. Nah, maybe like I don't know. I guess it changes in height as you go. It's all around this park. Well, this is where the Battle of Nashville took place. The Civil War Battle of Nashville. I'm like, what? Like, I mean, this is like, people are there with their dogs and they're not thinking about anything. Nobody's read a sign. And I'm sitting here going, holy cow. Like, men were encamped here. Their thoughts were that they were going to go to war. They were going to go to fight the next day, and they didn't know if this was their last night on Earth to sleep or not. And it's right here in the middle, right here at this campus. I mean, this is just amazing to me. Of course, you guys know I put myself in the shoes of the events that as they happen. And I'm like, this is so surreal. And and here's what it gives me. Maybe I'm swayed because I am from the South, and that might be part of it. My family's not an old Southern family. My family's German. My grandfather was the first to speak English, and he was the youngest of all the kids. So he was the only one that spoke English too. It's not like I have this historic connection to it. It just gets me that when you sit there and you look at it and you think about the times and everything, and the Industrial Revolution was happening, but it was happening up north, and you had these people that were like, it doesn't matter. You say on paper we can't win, it's principle or it's whatever it is. And these are people, I mean, how do you sleep the night before? And I never would have gotten this feeling, this thought, if I hadn't gotten out of my car to go get a Sprinkles cupcake. Yeah, man, being a fat kid rocks. I gotta make some pumpkin bread. Yeah, I'm not a pumpkin bread person. Wait, hold on, what now? It could also be Ian Runkler, Scott Carl, tie 3 of them, do historical true crime, alternating their channels. Let's see, I gotta find your first one. Oh yeah, hey, you know who else did one is, and she came to the chat the other day, was True Crime Junkie. She just got over 100 subs after she came in here, and we were all like, yeah, heck, let's. She had like 86 subs, and so we were trying to help her get over 100. She got over 100 subs. She kind of teared up. It sounded like on her stream when we got her past that mark, it was really cool. Devindy came in to her chat and stuff and brought some people, and it just really felt great. And but anyway, she was doing the Lizzie Borden case, and that was cool. Like, I love the history of true crime, especially like the older it gets, because we always want to look back and we think like, every generation was happier and more blessed than us. It's what is it? It's airplanes probably were the first thing to blow up. Electricity made everybody crazy. Telephones made everybody crazy. Radios made everybody crazy. TV made everybody crazy. Movies made everybody crazy. Video games made everybody crazy. Now cell phones are making everybody crazy. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Crystal clear. Hey, somebody put Crystal's channel in the chat. Be sure you're subscribed to Crystal. She is. I am blessed with several very good friends from Australia, and Crystal's one of them. And she is a shoot talker. She shoots straight talker. Gosh, man, I mess up my words big time. And she is very analytical and factual. Whenever she says something in the chat, she is usually correcting me for the better. So yeah. Yeah, put up Crystal's channel if anybody can find it. I can't find channels evidently. Let's see here. Let's try this one more time. Crystal. Oh, clear. Unless you are a short black dude who's a rapper, your channel does not pop up for me. And when I say that, I mean that with all honesty. The first 4 people, first 2, and then that's a girl. Yeah, that is. Jeez, man, what's wrong with something wrong with my YouTubing right now. Thank you, Miami Spice. Yeah, go check out Crystal's channel. Let's see here. You guys, boy, I tell you what, I don't need to. Thank you, Willie Jilly. By the way, nice big block there. Let's see here. Red. I'm trying to remember what company had red. Was that Mopar? Sorry, that's. Oh, that's my silliness. All right, yeah, Melanie. You know what? This is the longest I've been awake, so maybe I need to go back to bed too. I'm sorry to get. Well, I gotta go say hi to my bride. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming in. I had fun. You know, we stayed away from following some of the stuff we've been following, some of the crazies, which there is plenty more to come, I'm sure. But anyway, guys, love y'all, and you guys know what to do. You got to have a good time. You got to don't let the bed bugs bite, the boogeyman get you, and be careful and cover your 6. Thanks, guys, for being here, and I will be seeing you all very soon.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody